Yo, what's going on, guys? John here from Mr. Flying Pig HT's YouTube channel. And for those of you who don't know me, about 1.5 to 2 years ago, Mr. Flying Pig HT, aka Joe, gave me the absolute honor and pleasure to be able to feature on his channel as a guest at the time to share my ideas and thoughts and concerns about anything Manchester United related. And since then, I've been able to feature on his channel as a regular guest, start my own YouTube career, start my own YouTube experience. And since then, I've been, featuring on other channels like the Football Republic, Full-Time Doubles, and other channels and whatnot, sharing my ideas and concerns. And he's given me the absolute honor again to come back onto this channel to provide you guys the actual legends with the match previews. So, without further ado, let's go straight to discussing this week's match preview of Manchester United versus Norwich City. Whether you're LVG in or LVG out, the one thing that's certain for sure is that Manchester United currently aren't playing the attractive attacking football that everybody wants to see. And for me, although it's been very slightly in terms of improvement from Louis van Gaal, allowing the shackles to be released a little bit from these attacking players to be able to be a bit more dynamic, a bit more creative, and a bit more risk-taking in terms of that final third, it needs to happen faster. It needs to go now, because we're currently at a stage that we cannot allow or cannot afford any more mistakes. Thankfully, the Premier League currently is blown wide open with Leicester City leading the table and the other top-tier elite teams really not showing consistency in their season. We are very lucky. Had they been consistent, we would really be hitting the ropes in that mid-table side, and I do not want to see that. So now is our chance, now is our opportunity to seize the moment and continue to allow our attacking players to thrive in the condition that they should be thriving in the final third, taking on players, taking shots whenever they can. That's exactly what they need to be doing. Give them that freedom. Mata, Memphis, Martial, those are all creative attacking players, and they can show what they got if Louis van Gaal allows them to. And if there's another thing that's really upsetting for me, is that defensively we need to get ourselves rebounded, get ourselves organized once again, because we were so good at the back, and now we're letting ourselves loose once more. And without further ado, let's get straight to the starting 11 here. Oh, it's a big board. But for me, David De Gea starts in goal with Borthwick Jackson, Daley Blind, Phil Jones, and Varela as that back four. Maybe if McNair can start, I'd rather him start, and Blind can swing over to that left-hand role, because Borthwick Jackson had a very tough time against Bournemouth, and I think maybe Blind can just jump on over there as a left back, provide a little bit more stability in that back four. And Varela had a very decent game as well, so I think Varela deserves a shout, and probably the only option we currently have at right back. But anyways, moving on to the defensive midfielder role of Michael Carrick and Marouane Fellaini. Fellaini, I thought personally, had a decent game against Bournemouth. Instead of playing a double pivot, we can line up in this formation, but have Carrick in that single pivot role, that holding midfielder role, with Marouane Fellaini moving up and down that pitch, acting as that industrial box-to-box midfielder with a little bit more composure. Although he lacks the football technique ability, although his footballing intelligence isn't the greatest, maybe with a little bit more of an industrial effort from him, I think we can see a more decent Marouane Fellaini moving up and down that pitch as that industrial box-to-box midfielder. With that attacking midfield three lineup of Memphis, Mata, and Ashley Young. Memphis and Mata for me needs to start every game from now on. They need to start, and they need to be given the opportunity to express their style of football. Maybe Memphis can be a little bit more restrained or restricted in terms of his decision making and whatnot, because he is still young and he is still prone to making rash decisions and whatnot. But for me, Mata deserves to start in that number 10 role. In the past 5 years or so, he's been that creative figure in that Premier League side. He's fantastic in that number 10 role. The defense splitting passes, the lobs, he can have that. He has that. He has that in his books, and I think he needs to be able to give him that consistency, get him in that number 10 role, allow him to link up with Martial and Memphis up top, and that's exactly what we can do. And although Ashley Young hasn't been able to start, nor is he effective as well on that right-hand side, I think for me, he's the only one that can currently provide us with that asset on that right-hand side as an efficient winger. Although he isn't excellent on that right-hand side, as I just mentioned, he can provide us with the crosses. He can provide us with those whip-ins and those cut-ins that a winger should do, and I think he can start there. And maybe if not, we'll have Powell start in the central, shift Mata right, or something of that nature. Maybe start Pereira on that right-hand side as well. And if you guys haven't known by now, Martial up top. And this is my 11. I think if Louis van Gaal continues to provide Manchester United players with a little bit more freedom and a little bit more hope and a little bit more of that uplifting motivation. I think we could definitely score some goals. I'm looking at a 3-0 win against Norwich City. And no disrespect to Norwich City, but they are not a top elite Premier League side. And we should not be playing defensive, possession-based football, parking the bus. We should not be doing that at all. We should be able to allow our players to express themselves, go forward, take a little few extra chances, because that's what we do. We're Manchester United. So what you guys think, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on my video. It's been a very long time. Thank you guys very much for watching my videos once again. Make sure you guys leave your comments as well on your thoughts on the match, what you guys expect. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.